Okay, good evening, everyone, all over the world. This is Breeding Psychology XPLUS station. I'll be talking about inferiority complex today. You see, Breeding Psychology XPLUS station on YouTube is going to deal with different problems that people are going through, and we find ways, a deeper way, and deeper ways to look at them and solve the problems in a way. Today, I'll be talking about inferiority complex. Inferiority complex is very common in our world today and it's a cankerworm destroying many generations. A lot of societal problems can be traced to inferiority complex. And today, we'll be dealing with inferiority complex. What is the meaning of inferiority complex? What are the implications? What are the signs? How do we solve this problem? And how do they originate? First and foremost, I want to let us understand that inferiority complex is real and is not peculiar to a particular race. It is common globally to all nations of the world. I would like to delve into the history of inferiority complex. The inferiority complex historically from the scriptures, started from the Garden of Eden through the disobedience. Men ate the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden and they were naturally, spiritually exposed. And how did they know that they had the conflict? The moment the Spirit of God was walking in the garden, they said, "We are naked." When God said, "Where are you?" They said, "We are naked." Adam was telling God, said, "I am naked, I cannot approach you." So inferiority complex can be seen in form of nakedness. And what do we call nakedness? Anytime a man sees himself inadequate in a particular area of life, inferiority complex sets in. Now, what are the causes of inferiority complex? There are many factors that causes inferiority complex. First and foremost, it could be self-inflicted complex. It could be as a result of pressure from the society. It could be environmental. It could be socio-personal. It could be from background. The complex can come as a result of personal deficiency, repeated failures in life, and so on and so forth. Challenges, in getting children, a spouse, challenging in getting children, challenges, marital challenges, it could be spiritual challenges, any limitation that is repeated in life may be may be the main cause of complex. And the categories of complex can be divided into two categories. We have the primary inferiority complex and we have the secondary inferiority complex. When we talk about primary, it's from the word primary school, what happens at the early stages of life. Also, we have the secondary inferiority complex that happens at the earlier stage, at the later stage of life, when the man is fully grown up. Now, the primary inferiority complex is from childhood to adulthood, while the secondary is from adulthood till death. Now, when you talk about primary inferiority complex, you are talking about when the child was growing up. Those things that happen, the psychological variables that happen when the child is growing up, can lead to a complex. For instance, primary inferiority complex can be as a result of parental influence, negative comments by parents, negative comment by peer group. It can be a result of it can be as a result of the lack of acceptance of the child, in the community. It can be as a result of repeated failures while growing up. All these things cumulate and lead to inferiority complex. And when the child grows up, they cannot accept themselves anymore. The child cannot accept himself or accept anymore. Then when we talk about secondary inferiority complex, this one is common to full-grown adults in later stages of life. Imagine somebody finishing from the college or from the university or anywhere, any higher institution, and the person cannot get job for years. It can lead to complex. In the world of work, when people refuse to get promotion and their peers are moving from strength to strength at the place of work, it can lead to complex. Also, secondary inferiority complex can also come up as a result of societal expectations. Society expects you to be at a particular level, you are not there and your colleagues are there. It can lead to secondary inferiority complex. Now, what are the implications? Now, we have to understand that our society is becoming unsafe day by day because of inferiority complex. Now, inferiority one of the implications of inferiority some of the implications of inferiority complex is that number one, it can lead to terrorism. If you When we interview terrorists all over the world, many of them are feeling inferior. For instance, when we look at the battle between Palestine and Israel, you discover that when you hear some of them, they will tell you that, look, these people are trying to oppress us. They want to express themselves. When people want to defend themselves because of a particular deficiency that they see themselves as inadequate, it can lead to terrorism. Secondly, inferiority complex can lead to murder. It can lead to murder when people look at other people and feel that they are better than they see them as better than them, they can try to carry out their aggression to show that they are displeased, to show their inferiority. It may lead to murder. The implication of inferiority complex also is that we may have leaders that are not decisive in nature. There are certain things that we require from our leaders. When the leaders don't believe in their God-given abilities, they become inferior. They act in an inferior way. They may go outside to make alliances that are not responsible, that are detrimental to the progress of the nation. This is a sign of inferiority complex. Now, understanding this inferiority complex as a pathology that can destroy humanity, how do we live above inferiority complex? To live above inferiority complex in a particular area of life, you must understand what the complex is all about. Understanding the inferiority complex. What complex are you having? What is the task? What type of complex are you going through? For instance, a complex that comes through vocal, for instance, communication related complex can be sorted out if you get a language teacher or a language tutor that tutors you. The moment you start communicating very well, you are likely to eliminate that complex. How about marital related complex? If you are going through marriage related complex, you have to understand what aspect of marriage are you having challenges with. In what area of marriage are you feeling inferior to other people? For instance, if it's child related complex, you can adopt a child, for instance, from an orphanage, and taking care of the child as your own, and at that point, behaving as a parent can actually eliminate that type of complex. How about spiritual related complex? When you understand that your complex is as a result of spiritual limitation, maybe spiritual attacks, by engaging in a life of prayer and solving that spiritual challenge, will automatically eliminate the complex. I want to tell you that this is Breeding Psychology X Plus, and I want to tell you that we'll be sharing different topics that will be of benefit to different people in the society. Please stay along with us. Wait for the next episode of Breeding Psychology X Plus. My name is Dr. Julius Popola from Nigeria. Thank you. Have a great day.